Hello, this is future me in Arizona explaining the logistics of this trip. On Thursday, I drove down to SD. Today, I took half day off, so I was working in SD, and then at noon, I started driving. I made a pit stop at the center of the world, just to check it out. And then I drove past Phoenix to this rest area, so that's where I'm sleeping right now. Tomorrow, I'm gonna drive up to Moab, which is where Arches National Park is, and Google Maps routes you like this. But if you take a detour here, then you can go through Monument Valley, and then that's actually where there's that Forrest Gump scene where he's like running, and then he's like, "I'm tired, I want to give up," or whatever. And then I'll be there for 2 days, and then I'll into Grand Junction, which is where I'm dog/house sitting. The reason I love summer is because I'm not taking the day off, so I'm just driving before work and after work and during my lunch break. We're in Lost Hills, California. This is just like a truck stop, but it's 9 a.m. so I gotta get to work.
Dreams launched after this all ends. Hey everybody.
It's lunchtime. I drove a little more, found a Starbucks, and I'm just gonna have some leftovers from High Pot. Because Kathy was in town, so we all got dinner there. And then we met Val's new boyfriend, so that was cool too. Can you guess where I am based on the traffic? That's right, made it to LA. It's like 6:15. Still have like 2.5 hours until I get to San Diego. TY.
Yeah. I think.
I'll see you. Alright, so today's destination is just a rest area north of Phoenix. It's like a 6-hour drive total today. But on the way, there's this like, I guess you can call it like a roadside attraction called the Center of the World. And Deanna literally happened to mention it to me like last week. So I saw it on the maps, like I guess it's on the way, I'll check it out.
Continue on Center of the World Drive for half a mile.
The Sistine Chapel in Italy, Rome, and I'm sure you can tell that it is a sundial. This is what we use here for to count the time.
The arm of God of Michelangelo, sculpted in bronze, is a sundial and points toward the recently built.
Just put one little foot on the center. Other people like to stand on it. Some people like to sit down on it. Others will do like a yoga pose. And other people will choose to just come down and touch the little dog. It's up to you.
Oh yeah, and then there are these staircases, which apparently the original staircases on the Eiffel Tower were like not stable, so they cut them all down and replaced them with better ones, and then sold chunks of the original one on an auction, and then this guy bought one chunk of it and put it here. I'm in Yuma now. I just got gas and I need to get some water, so I'm at Fry's. This is Fry's. This is actually a really nice rest area. This bathroom is freaking high ceiling. Very nice and also very clean. Here's my dinner. And I'll show you guys my setup. I've shown in my last road trip video, but I basically have this inflatable thing here on the back seat. And then for this trip, I did bring a sleeping bag because it's a little colder. This is my power station. I'm actually charging my laptop right now. But yeah, I wrote some postcards, and then it's 11 o'clock-ish right now, so I'm gonna try to sleep and then wake up early so I can get to Moab at a reasonable time. We back on the road, bitch. It's 5:30 a.m. 17 miles from Flagstaff, and there's snow. It's -5 degrees Celsius outside right now. Made it to Flagstaff. I'm just getting gas, but it's like 28 degrees here. There's like snow, a little bit of ice. Gotta drop these off and then off to Moab. Canyons in the making. They'll be grand in about 500 years. No, probably like 5,000.
In a half mile, at the roundabout,
Here's Forrest Gump Point. Pretty cool spot. There's like only one other car here taking photos. This whole the past hour, I think I've been driving through Navajo Reservation, and through the next to the highways, there's all these little stands where people sell jewelry. What is this formation? And there's the snow caps in the back. Another roadside attraction, but I'm gonna skip it. But apparently there's a house built into the rock. I just got here less than an hour ago. The place I'm staying at, they were supposed to text me apparently the key code and stuff this morning, but they didn't, so I had to call them because they don't have an office. It's a super cheap motel. So I did that, got the code, and now we're hiking. This is Corona Arch. Look at that view. This is actually outside of the national park. Technically, you can fly your drone. We'll see. If there's a lot of people, I don't want to ruin the mood. Yeah, I guess you just scramble up these. There is demarcations of the trails, but there's no actual pathing. It's just markings on the ground, so you could just go exploring wherever if you really wanted to. You can just easily walk off trail.
Take pleasure of seeing what I can conjure up, what nightmare I can create. Love the way it hurts so good, thinking of our neighborhood, all that I'd have to replace. feet like cement at the piano, and you at Yellowstone. You'd become a park ranger a few years just ago. Knock on wood when it's spoken, filling me with hope that we won't go down that road.
Like train tracks down there.
Asking Ernest, would I leave? See my lovers in your dreams, self-fulfilling
Someone's flying an FPV
prophecy.
drone. The shot's probably like hella sick.
You're the only one I want, twisted up in every thought. Oh, to love with such high stakes. My feet like cement at the piano, you at Yellowstone. You'd become a park ranger a few years just ago. Knock on wood when it's spoken, filling me with hope that we won't go down that road. On your couch in December, crying at that show, didn't have to explain it. One look and we just know. Knock on wood when it's spoken, filling me with hope. You know where this will go.
Times where I sat across I had one issue where I had a customer who ordered a custom door.
So this is where I'm staying. I paid $142 for 3 nights, which is pretty cheap. But it is, you can definitely tell that this place is cheap, and you can totally hear the traffic. But you know, I have all the basic necessities. The body soap bottle was empty though, so I'm just using shampoo as soap. It is like 7:45. It's like 30 degrees right now. There's like frost on the top of my car. Also, I took a shower for the first time in 3 days. But I felt good. So I got a bunch of postcards. And then I got this poster because Teddy was collecting them from national parks. But then he realized it's not practical because they're so big and take up so much space. But I am continuing to get them because at this point I think it's comical that there's just so many posters in the house. And I do still have an empty frame from when I was getting the frames for my White Sands one. So, adding to the collection. I already did my research on pretty much what to do, but it's pretty clutch that the map they give you shows you like all the trails and like the distances. This is Park Avenue, because I guess these rocks reminded people of Park Avenue. This is like right after the visitor center, but I think that looks cool. It's like a shelf and there's just some rocks that are still on there waiting to slide down. And that reminds me of King Tut. Also, I guess it's not as popular, but like when you're in Moab, there's also Canyonlands National Park, which I guess isn't as, I think they still have arches there too. But I guess not as many people visit it. But maybe next time if I'm in Moab for a longer period of time. This one is my favorite so far, double arches. So they said how it works is a long time ago it's just all rock, and then on the very top there's a puddle, and over time the puddle keeps getting deeper and deeper and then pushes out the walls, and then that's how it formed. Teddy, this is like your dream playground. rocks to scramble. Also, over here I found, here's a baby arch. I'm now going to Sand Dunes Arch. It's a super short trail. Oh, there's the arch. Oh no, my backpack. It was too thin to walk through. Hey Kathy, this is the 5th longest natural arch in the world. Guess where 1, 2, 3, and 4 are? That's right, China. China does everything better than the US. I love how there's no actual trail, you just kind of know where to go. This is the trail. Okay, this is not the trail. That was misleading. I think I'm just supposed to go down there. There's foot marks down there, but I don't know how to get down there. I think I was supposed to go down there, but that's like a 5-foot drop. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. They should put a ladder or something there, I think. I was like, all right, back on trail, following footsteps, but I think those are animal footsteps. Oh, is that the... Where the fuck am I go? Oh, these are human footsteps. Oh, here, this way. Oh, what the fuck? I was supposed to stay on the rock. It looks like it goes down. It do go down. There's the double O arch. Valerie, I don't know if you'd be able to do this hike because it's like just down on both sides. And then you just go straight. I meant to go back to the car basically, but trails are vague. Ended up on this one that went to the Navajo Arch, which I totally forgot about. Ended up being pretty cool. It's like an alcove, so especially in the summer, that would be nice for chilling in the shade. And then there's also the Partition Arch, which is nearby too, so I'll check that out too before I get back to the car. I did everything in the Devil's Garden Trail, and it took me 3 hours. The paper actually says 3 to 5 hours for it, so I guess if you want to, like, I did, like, stay and rest at some places, but I guess if you wanted to picnic or whatever, or eat lunch at one of the places, then maybe, like, 4.5 hours. So, I did, like, all the arches yesterday, except for Delicate Arch. I'm saving that for today. But I wanted to come back to the double arch, because this one was my favorite. And yesterday was Sunday, today's Monday, weekday, and it looks like there's no one here at all. Look at that. Absolutely no one. So coming to Arches National Park was actually like an afterthought. Like, the main thing was I had to get to Colorado to dog sit, and it was after that I realized that Arches National Park was on the way. But the timing ended up being super clutch because there was like not a lot of people, and I did see signs outside that was like, at this point it is a 1 hour wait to get into the park, which I think is pretty crazy. And the weather was actually pretty nice still. It was like mid 50s during the day, which is like perfect for hiking. Let's see there. Maybe like 50 cars for a Delicate Arch. Pretty good.
How would you have me described? With light, with words you think that I'd like. If I found out that I could fight,
It is Tuesday morning. I'm gonna head out to Grand Junction later today, but I'm gonna do the Delicate Arch again. But look at this, there's like 10 cars in the parking lot. It's gonna be so empty.
harder than I thought. They said a little bit fine, a little bit stressed, a little bit older than I thought I'd get. But I think I like this little life. This little life. I think I like this little life. This silly little life. Eyes smiling over candles, mismatched chairs, arms crossing where those hands go.
That's a wrap on Moab. Driving over to Grand Junction now. It's like a 1.5 hour drive, and then I'll meet up with the people I'm house sitting for.
Time isn't real as the sun goes. Oh, 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 a little bit more, a little bit less, a little bit harder than I thought. They said a little bit fine, a little bit stressed, a little bit older than I thought I'd get. But I this little life coming up short. what for? Being a lost cause, all the same. Hey, but you and I both look in those eyes and I know that nothing is sure, but I don't know if that hurts me anymore. A little bit more.